Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with more Sengoku Providence. Now, I'm just freely playing this game. I'm not doing this story mission right here for Nobunaga's last Hell Mode stage, because that's going to be in a later video where I do all of them at once that we currently have. But, as you can see, I've already done quite a bit. Like, I've cleared through everybody's hard and normal modes, which means I've also completed the Facebook campaign. If you haven't done that, you have until the end of this month, meaning you have today and tomorrow to finish this at the time of this video. So hurry up and do that if you haven't, otherwise you're going to miss out on 2 fast stars, a bunch of veteran Tanuki, a bunch of Daruma, and possibly other prizes. But yeah, main thing is just to sip and go through everybody's stories or whatever and just clear them out. You don't have to do Shingens, but it helps. Just focus on the first 3 on hard mode. If you don't have hard mode unlocked, that means you gotta go through normal, so you really got your work cut out ahead of you. You haven't cleared normal yet. And sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I'm still kinda sick. But main thing with Hell Mode is just to sip and just have a strong team. Also, pay attention to leadership skills and different levels and whatnot, because that really helps out. In some cases, you might even want the high luck characters in order to get more foxes. Also, this little message right here, it just says something about a weakened state. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to remove them. There's very few, like, I've only seen one Senki that actually has a healing skill where it also removes a weakened state, and I think they go up to level 70 max, if I'm correct. Either way, it's rare. And of course, the event's still going on. Now, a quick little update on that. I have found a round where I got 150 points instead of 140, so it is possible to get higher than 140 in a run. But it still doesn't change that much of a focal point where you just burn stamina and just see how far you get, because the event's a month long. And then on top of that is the fact that they may add methods in order to get more points. Who knows? We don't know what's to come down the line. Just try your hardest. At least get 100,000 points. So you got Lady Yodo. They're handing her out for free. I mean, I've already got one of her, but I intend on getting another because of the simple fact that I want 2 of all the 5 stars. So I can start getting a Godified and an Evolved version just for Total War. I've seen some Total War videos on YouTube. You guys can search them too. The thing is, a lot of Total War fights are very tricky. And you will need those setups where you have a Godified and an Evolved character. So you might want to actually, like, be on that. And the thing with Hell Mode is the fact that it actually can be a little bit tricky to actually go through without losing someone, but you shouldn't lose if you got level 99 teams. It's not like the daily girls where they're actually made to be harder. Like, some of them now even prevent you from using continue, so don't even think about using Magatama if you lose those fights, because it clearly tells you before you get in there. But yeah, roughly about every 4 runs of a storyline, I'll end up getting the event stage. You know to deal with that one. I'm about to level up too. You see my level's pretty high. But from what I've seen from the, like, I don't know how far our levels go, but there are a few people that's like, see, this one's level 115. I got a level 102, 103. Everybody's getting close to the 100 marks. If they haven't gotten past it already. And then there's a lot of people that got her. I found out how she gets left 99 because you get a limited amount of her. From the, I think it's the 3rd Total War stage, which is one of those level 99 ones. But apparently, she's got some little mechanic where she can actually, like, her godification or evolution or something like that, it spikes her luck greatly. So that's why they got her to luck 99, because she's really limited. I'm not sure if they'll do the same thing with other characters, but she's definitely one of them. In fact, the girl that's called Kiposhi or something like that, her Total War stage, we're getting a character that isn't even her. So I think they're going to change that later. I'm going to hold off until I build up a better team anyways. Getting past the level 41 is tricky, even with a level 99 group. You really have to be quite prepared. Plus, we don't have a lot of Senki and all these other mechanics and stuff yet. Like, eventually we'll be able to boost the girls' stats based on their luck outside of foxes. Eventually there will be more girls too, because I've noticed a few videos where they actually had girls that had some strong defense, like a light team taking on a dark team, and they did a lot of damage, but they barely took any. So there's some special effects of stacking off of that stuff. There's even new event girls that will sit and come out, and they have 60 stamina to run their stage, but they are extremely powerful, but their stages are insane. So you'd best be prepared for that. And I have been asked before if it's best to just evolve and level up girls that are below 5-star. Well, the thing is, if they are not 5-star base, you may or may not be using them later on. I heard there might be events that will use your 4 stars and stuff, but your main focus is to get the ones that go to the highest levels first, because they are going to be your most used characters, hands down. Especially considering the fact that the caress function is a thing. Because that 20% increase is insane. I actually can 20% increase one of my level 99 girls, and she has over 10,000 HP like that. I'm not kidding. Over 10,000. That is the first time I've seen somebody hit 5-digit HP outside of that one Total War stage I mentioned where you get that water girl that had luck 99 on the list somewhere. One of my guildmates has her. And I've been meaning to find out how he actually pulled that stage off too. But I think I got a nice little idea considering the fact that I did manage to clear with my water team on the level 41. Needless to say, your best method is to bring multiple healers, multiple revivers, or both. Doing so is going to keep you alive longer, because when one goes, you can bring back in the others. It's a very abusable mechanic, and I suggest you get used to it. And then on top of that, look for Senki that got these special abilities. Like, I got one that does more damage than Blade Masters. But, as you can see, 1.5 times boost. And if they are weak against you, that's even better. Like, for instance, if she faces a deity that's got wind element, she will do increased damage from wind, increased damage from that, and her damage will spike. This is how I've seen some JP videos actually go like 30k damage in one hit. And that is insane. In this game, you really want to abuse everything you can. So even if you don't have certain girls, just try your best, because you might be able to work it in with your team. Because I've seen a JP video where somebody actually used Shutton and then on top of that another character, and then brought in a guest of that same character that they had in their front line as a leadership skill, ran through one of those 60 stamina stages just like that. No fourth character. They just had 2 and a guest. So again, you might just luck out, have the right one, be able to clear it with 2, maybe even one of them. Because that was insane. They were actually a darkness team taking on a light team. And they were taking like maybe 200 damage per hit. So if it wasn't a light team they were facing but had that same type of resistance, they wouldn't even, it took triple digit damage. Which is insane. Now, I would go to that event thing right now, but these bounty battles, they're just one stamina parry point blank. It's not going to help you too much if you slip and try to use that to add to it. Because again, you have to spend 100. That's like doing 100 bounty battles. Now, on one hand, you get 1,000 points, if that was possible. But on the other hand, you have to run so many times, you're probably just not going to sit there and do it. Because they force at least 10 points on you for some weird reason. In fact, I don't even need to manually hit these guys. Because 3 things that never get harder in this game. Bounty battles, the daily girls, because of the simple fact that they got their own difficulties when they come out anyway. They never get harder. And then on top of that is the Tanukis slash cats, I should say. So whatever difficulty you face at them right there, they're not going to get any harder. They're just going to get easier. Because at this point, I don't think it gets much harder than no continues on a few of the daily girls. Now, why some have no continues and some don't, I don't know. But another thing is the fact that they have no continues on it, you're not getting event points. I've been meaning to mention that one too. So if you're hunting down event points, try and do your best. I honestly would have way more event points right now, but I've been kind of busy lately and I haven't had much time to play this. Because believe me, my event points will be at least double what it is already. Because your best target, if you really are trying to get that 400,000 reward, is to try and get at least 10,000 points a day. Easier said than done. Because again, you're going to be spending Magatama, you're going to be leveling up and all that. If you're going to level up method in order to get your stamina refilled, storyline's the best way to go. Especially Hell Mode. They give you a lot of experience points in Hell Mode. But in the case of a pure point grind, your event girls is actually going to be the best way to go. Now, I'm going to let them go auto mode right now. Because the damage they deal here is insane. I mentioned it on another video. It's fine on the first few. The third round you might want to be manually entering your stuff, or even just going skill crazy. In which case, I'm going to turn auto skill on now. Just don't stick to normal hits, otherwise you're going to start seeing girls getting taken out. I wasn't paying attention, had it on auto one time, almost seen my team wiped out because it took out 3 of them. My guest character actually had to step in. And they almost got wiped. But it's not that hard to get stuff and everything. And then on top of that too is the fact that I've also gotten a lot more Senki and everything too. Like, later today there's going to be one more girl I can get where I can actually start godifying some more. And I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I've got all these level 99s. I've got 27 level 99 possible girls, so I've done these 18, those 3. That gives me 21. There's another 6 I can possibly get to level 99. Like, she's one that can go level 99. She's one that can go level 99. She's one. She's one. She's one. It's insane. It's just completely insane. Like, yeah, there's another one. It's just crazy. Just try to rack up on stuff and everything. You're going to need it. And naturally, when you're trying to take on any enemies, again, best strategy, pay attention to the elements, pay attention to weaknesses or whatnot. I'm also not going to have this video running for much longer because I'm not going to be recording during the Guild War. Because that will add another hour at least, and I don't feel like doing that. Like, see here, this is a win team. Guess who's the obvious way to go? More so if they resist damage against wind, because I think I've seen a few girls that can actually do that. And this is what I also mean by sitting up, paying attention to your formation too, because this is used in a lot of JP videos, and it's a very, very good strategy. But you see how I have 3 slots? That means my helper is going to come in on the 4th slot immediately. I get both these leadership skills for a grand total of 80% attack increase for fire characters. It's how somebody manages just taking two characters and that guess that I mentioned before, and just ended up just wiping the floor on one of the hardest stages in the game at that point. Of course, naturally, these event ones you're not going to be able to do too much against, but the thing is, they're light or darkness, so they shouldn't be a problem. And I will willingly let this run on auto just to see it. Like, they're just doing one-shots on hell mode, just because of that setup. Like, that is insane. But this is also the reason why you get so many level 99 girls. Oh well, 2 shots from Nobunaga probably take him out. Maybe even 1. She got critical on somebody. See? 1. Because when that picture shows up and they show the words in their character portrait, there's a critical hit somewhere. But I just recently leveled up, as you saw, and I'm actually running through quite a bit of experience points that I needed. Because I needed over 40,000. It's already under 30,000 in this next fight. Again, you really rack up a lot. See, another good tactic too, a lot of people have been doing, is getting this daily girl to 5-star. Because she can't go higher than 5. That also means her luck will not hit 99, but she's a drop rate up girl. She's a nice little boost all around. Gets a 75% increase to the normal drop rates, almost doubling them. And she increases it even further with her leadership skill, so she's not a bad alternative. The only downside is she's fire, so if you're fighting a water team, she's not going to be good in there. But at a stage like this, she's really good. That's the other reason why I mentioned the dark elemental gacha, because there's a girl in there that can actually help you out with that. Because I know like, right now, I do believe they still only have her in the darkness gacha. So that said, she's the only 5-star you'll be pulling if you do the 10 draw, which guarantees her. And if you can somehow farm her to luck 99 and still keep her evolved and not godified, that will be like her, but at full power. Because it's an even stronger leadership skill and all 99 full luck. So that's another quick strategy. And I know I've said a few of these strategies a lot, but I'm serious when I say this. Those are, in fact, some of the best strategies, and people have been abusing them. You might be able to come up with your own. You might be able to actually see some where it actually just doesn't even work that well. And then strategies tend to change from time to time too. You definitely will need a change in strategy as well, because again, some of the 60 stamina stages we're going to get eventually, they're really insane. Because one of the bosses, normal hits won't do crap, but you have to use skills to damage them. Another one resists 4 elements, turning them into ineffective status. And it switches those 4 around every turn it takes. But it's also a water enemy, meaning you're going to want to do wind damage at all times. But even your wind damage can get resisted. And it loves reviving its allies. And then we'll also get some other strong and interesting girls too, so again, strategies change. Just try to stay on top of things. And the other bit of important advice I can give you is to level up your skills. Whenever you get a chance to go hunting after Daruma, do so. You can also hunt after it in Total War as well, but you tend to get more in the harder stages. But the fact is, you want your skills leveled up, because they will be insanely powerful when you do, especially the healing ones. I'm seeing heals of about a good 60% or so off of some characters. You really need to do your best on that. Because that's the whole main thing about this. It's the fact that you really need to power up. This game can be a bit grindy at times, but it's definitely worth it. But the biggest thing is to remember all the leadership skills that really help you out. You don't need defense boosts unless they do something like Ayasu's where they reduce the damage you take. Because if it's reducing the damage you take, that's a much better defense boost than say somebody that increases your defense by 30%. My Ayasu actually gives a 110% increase in defense. That's more than double, and it doesn't do much crap. Attack power outweighs defense by a long shot. It's the same case in another game called Osawari Island, so you really need a lot of defense if you really want to be taking a damage on. But at the same time, you don't need it directly. You just need to reduce the damage from certain skills or whatever. Like for instance, I think a few of these girls actually know if I have something called Curse or Firestorm, or I haven't figured out those. I really haven't, but I'm pretty sure it'll come in handy. And I know Guild War started, but I'm still recording right now because I'm not going into Guild War just yet. I will quickly get my Battle Force back anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Because the other thing about your Battle Force for Guild War, you get 5 points of Battle Force for every stamina you spend. So in hindsight, you only need to spend, I think, 60 stamina in order to get it all back. But you need 100 to open up the event stage I'm about to go into. And then one last little helpful bit of advice too. There's a Senki exchange thing as well. Considering that you're most likely not even going to use a Tanuki you get from these bounty battles, maybe this one, but the smaller ones you definitely aren't. They'll become wasteful very, very quickly. But you can use them to actually trade in for foxes and stuff. And the interesting thing is the foxes that actually got a luck value of their own that can actually increase. You can't do that with the Tanukis. So if you want to say use a whole bunch of foxes together to try and get a stronger one, well, stronger Tanuki anyways, there you go. Because if you're doing it for a stronger fox, it's a bit of a waste. Let's say use a bunch of 4-star or maybe even 5-star foxes in order to try and get a veteran Tanuki. There you go. You can actually use foxes in a fight too, I've noticed that. But again, bad idea. Very bad idea. But again, just pay attention to a lot of different things. You'll actually come up with some good strategies. You'll actually come up with some methods to actually handle a lot of stages and whatnot. And the last little misconception is the fact that there's been a few people that actually mentioned that they tried stages so many times but did not get a drop. That's still luck. That is still RNG based. Because it doesn't matter how many times you run a stage, it's going to drop whenever the RNG is actually in your favor. If you really want to manipulate it, then you're going to have to get more luck on your characters, you're going to have to get spoils of war increases, you're going to have to do that type of stuff. Now, the last little bit of thing I can actually mention too is the whole thing about evolved versus godified. Now, in a lot of cases, Godify is indeed better. Like, I've even went back and Godified Ayasu because despite her attack drop, she gets the AoE stun, which I view to be more important. And she becomes pretty tanky too. I've noticed that. Like, she's taking way more damage than before. But it doesn't always mean that you should go Godify somebody. Like in the case of that one girl I mentioned too, from the drop rate, where she can get the spoils of war increase, you do not want to godify her if you want spoils of war increase. Now if you don't, she might be better godified. Sometimes it's not always best to godify everybody, and then on top of that, if you're keeping duplicates for total war, you're going to have one of each anyway. But that's all from me, guys. I've let this video going on long enough. It's pretty much been like 25 minutes of me talking, just doing some gameplays, giving some more tips and hints, or repeating some I gave before. Like I said, the Hell Mode stage definitely gave me a lot of experience points. I'm almost halfway to level 97 already, and it's just in the course of this video. But, that's all from me, guys. Take care, and I will see you next time. Expect more of this game to be up, especially when I get every last Hell Mode stage up to where I could actually do the final stages, because I'm hopefully trying to do that before this hard mode campaign's done, because I've heard that you might be able to get prizes for that. So just clear out as much as you can, but make sure those first 3 are done. You do not have much time. You have less than 48 hours, period, point blank. Because once February 1st is here, you definitely missed out on it. In fact, I think sometime on the 31st, they're actually going to remove the ability to actually go after that reward. As far as I know, you're going to get Ayasu and Hideyoshi, so if you need more of them, go after it. Otherwise, you may not want to worry about it, but there's still veteran Tanuki and other stuff on the line, so who knows. But that's all for now, guys. I will see you next time. Take care.